see in the beach belt have many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect. It's the name of the game. performance of our national anthem as it's performed by Purple Rain.
Welcome to the YHC Basketball Arena for tonight's Peach Belt Conference game between the Cougars of Columbus State University and the Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. And now for your starting lineups. 5'9" junior out of Dublin, Georgia, number 1, Ja'Cory Payne. 6'3" junior out of Cartersville, Georgia, out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, number 3, Darius Joel. A 6'9" senior out of Detroit, Michigan, number 4, Arbin Kamaj. 6'3" sophomore out of Greenville, South Carolina, number 15, Jamal McKee. And a 6'5" junior out of Columbus, Georgia, number 20, Marcus Dixon. Columbus State coached by Robert Moore, his 7th year at Columbus, assisted by Pershing Williams and Chris Reedy. And now for your Young Harris College Mountain Lions. He is a 6'5" junior out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, forward number 1, Corey Nelson. A 5'11" senior guard from Conyers, Georgia, number 2, C.J. Wilson. 6'5" senior out of Alpharetta, Georgia, number 12, Bjorn Walker. A 6'3" junior guard from Wantirna, Victoria, Australia, number 23, Ben Waterhouse. And rounding out the starting lineup, 6'8" senior out of Knoxville, Tennessee, number 32, Marcellus Roberts. Mountain Lions are coached by head coach Pete Herman, assisted by Steve Faturbo. Mountain Lions come in at the top of the Peach Belt Conference, Columbus State right there with us. This will be the 10th meeting in the hardwood between the two institutions, with Young Harris holding a slim 5-4 edge. The Mountain Lions won 5 of the first 6 meetings in the series, but the Cougars have claimed the last 3 decisions, including an 86-83 win in Young Harris and an 86-84 victory in Columbus last year. Young Harris holds a 3-1 advantage in the series in the friendly confines of the YHC Basketball Arena. Please note that this past Monday's game against Lander University that was postponed due to inclement weather has been rescheduled for February the 20th at 7:30 p.m. Latest NCAA stats, C.J. Wilson is 9th in assists per game, 14th in assists, 6th-month active NCAA Division II player scoring, 17th in all-time history, 4th in assists, 13th overall in the NCAA. He is one of only 2 active players in the NCAA with at least 1,500 points and 350 assists. Marcus McCoy is ranked 21st among active NC2A players in career rebounding average. Young Harris 4-0 in the Peach Belt. Marcellus Roberts jumping for the lines. Arvin Kamaj jumping for Detroit, controlled by Young Harris. Ben Waterhouse will bring the ball down to C.J. Wilson. He'll work the paint. Shot goes up. Fouled in the process. I'm sure it'll be on the floor. In case you missed it, our women lost a tough one, 65-49. Waterhouse off the inbound three ball, all no good. Run out for Columbus. Block shot by Bjorn Walker, fight for the loose ball. Wild scramble. You got to get on the floor, guys. Waterhouse comes out with it. He'll go transition. Kick to Corey Nelson, and they're going to get him with an offensive, I believe. Your officials today, Billy Dunlop, Andy Ezel, and Baron Searless. Young Harris in a man. Driving the paint. We don't have any help defense fall in. Marcus Dixon scores for Columbus. Cougars are on the board first. They'll come with some half-court pressure. We'll get through it. Wilson up top. They'll be in a 1-3-1. Look for them to match up out of it. Nelson, runner. He has been on a score, 33 on a scoring tear, 33 points on the road trip with Armstrong, but right now it's Columbus out to a 4-point lead. We work against this pressure. Marcellus Roberts spins in the paint. Whoa, goes for the dunk. Can't get it down, fights for the loose ball. Bjorn Walker will come out with it to Nelson. Waterhouse will reset. Coming off of a screen. Wilson draws the contact. So good at that. CJ comes in averaging exactly 20 points per game. He is an 80% free throw shooter. He has 88 assists against 38 turnovers. That is a better than 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. First free throw, no good. Second free throw's good. Young Harris on the board. Trailing 4-1. Darius Joel will run the point, and they'll go to the left side. Stepping up is Ja'Cory Payne. They got some small guards out there. Right side, spinning on Marcellus Roberts. Nice move by Marcus Dixon. Columbus is out 6-1. Corey Nelson off the miss in transition with the putback. And the Mountain Lions trail by 3. Columbus working the right side. Pull up three ball is good. Ja'Cory Payne. And Columbus hot, starting early. Nelson with the ball. Up top, Marcellus Roberts thinks about the jumper, comes back to Nelson. He'll drive, go up with the right hand, can't get the shot down. Great up and under move and a foul on Roberts, and they'll go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. That is Marcus Dixon. Free throw no good, remains 11-3. Wilson with the ball. He'll work the right side. He'll come right to left to Waterhouse. Ben puts down the dribble. He'll find Wilson up top. Pushing us over with the 1-3-1. Nelson will come down the corner to Waterhouse. Waterhouse will drive the paint with the left hand. Nice scoop. Young Harris gets its first field goal of the game. Second. And we trail by 6.
Foul on Waterhouse's second. Third team foul.
Third team foul on Young Harris. They'll drive the baseline. Block shot by Roberts out to Wilson. CJ looks to run. He'll get in the paint, put the teardrop up, no good. Roberts hustles down with the board, puts it up with the right hand, no good. Keeps it alive. Walker fights for it. It is controlled by Darius Joel. Payne working the left side against Waterhouse. He'll drive and kick out right side. Ryan Burnett, 3 ball is good. Graduate student out of Richmond, Virginia. And it's been all Columbus State here early, 14-5. In the paint to Roberts, he loses the handle. They're going to say his foot was on the line. Young Harris has come out very slow. 14-5, we trail. We've got a timeout, 15:56 to go in the first half. Immediate timeout. Mountain Line Basketball, YHCathletic.com. State ball with a 9-point lead. CJ Wilson with the rock. And a foul on Columbus State.
Fouls on Payne, his first, team third. CJ to the line to shoot.
CJ will go to the line to shoot 2. Wilson missed one earlier. He don't miss many. And misses another. Young Harris with Nelson in the paint. He can't get it down. In transition, Young Harris, Waterhouse. Walker, top of the key, jumper, no good. Young Harris can't get it down. (18-5). Young Harris is getting itself in a deep, dark hole early. Left side, Nelson. Overload to the left side, Waterhouse. Drives the paint, gets tripped, and it's going to be a foul. I believe it's going to be on Kamaj. Fourth team foul on Columbus. 3-ball Waterhouse. Doesn't touch anything. Columbus in transition, no good. Roberts with the rebound. Wilson in transition. And CJ goes to the hole, takes it in, draws the contact. He'll go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. CJ 1 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. That at one time just would have never seemed to be possible. Knocks down the three-point play. And Young Harris whittles the deficit down to 10. Burnett on the right side. Top of the key, working right to left. Young Harris manning up. 10 on the shot clock. Damari Edwards has checked in for Young Harris. Baseline jumper. Can't get the shot down. Rebound pulled down by Edwards, who just checked in. Edwards in the lane, and they're going to get a block. He's going to draw a blocking foul on Ryan Burnett. And Edwards will go to the line to shoot two.
Edwards to the line for 2. Second foul on Burnett.
Edwards been good, 13 of 16 from the free throw line. Freshman out of Decula, Georgia. Young Harris has just been toxic from the line tonight. That is 2 of 6.
Lambert and Ellis check in for the Cougars.
Substitutions for Columbus. And he misses the second. Again, free throws have just been a nightmare for Young Harris. And they're going to get a foul over Marcellus Roberts over the back.
Call against number 32, Roberts, is
His second. And Young Harris already getting in a place where it don't want to be, having its bigs in foul trouble. 3-ball, no good. Long rebound comes out to Columbus. Young Harris just not in sync right now. And a steal by C.J. Wilson. Shovels to Waterhouse, who will drive the lane, go up with the right hand, and cannot get the shot down. Ben really struggling tonight. Misses a putback. Ben 1 of 6 out of the gate. J.B. Charles getting ready to check in for Young Harris, as is Marcus McCoy. Six on the shot clock. 3-ball is shot clock expiring. Wilson with the board. Wilson will go all the way, puts the shot up. Marcellus gets a miss, puts it back up. And Young Harris has got it into single digits, 10-18, 18-10. Up top is Vic Ellis, junior out of Columbus. Nice left hand, can't get the shot down. Walker with the board, out to Edwards to Waterhouse. Then gets cut off nicely, feeds Bjorn Walker. He'll step back left elbow. And Young Harris shooting woes continue. We are 4 of 18 from the field. We're 2 of 7 from the charity stripe. And the lane just opened up that time for Ja'Cory Payne. Waterhouse. And Ben scores. And Young Harris gets it down into back to single digits. Antonio Bishop misses in close, senior out of Chicago. I don't think he realized how close he was. Damari Edwards scores and is fouled. And Damari Edwards has really been the spark plug for Young Harris. Timeout on the floor. Mountain Lions trail 2014. Mountain Lion basketball, Ridgeline TV.
Media timeout.
Young Harris, despite its shooting woes tonight, only trails by 6, and Damaris Edwards can cut this thing to 5 with a free throw conversion here. And it's good. And the Mountain Lion deficit is only 5. Young Harris is in a man. Edwards is on the on-ball defender. They'll come right side, overloading it to the right, and they'll kick it left. Darius Joel works on Edwards. He'll kick it out right side. Vic Ellis, 3 ball, no good. Edwards skying for the board. He's been a breath of fresh air tonight. J.B. Charles, who just checked in, he's instant offense. Goes up with the right hand, leaves it short. Kerbaj with the board. Joel works to Kerbaj. Big guy shoots 3 ball. He can't get it down. Young Harris in transition. J.B. Charles kicks out to Edwards. 3 ball, leaves it short. Follows up his own shot. Boy, that's a blast from the past. Walker misses. And the rough shooting continues for Young Harris, and yet we only trail by 5. They'll feed Kerbaj. Great hustle play by C.J. Wilson. Forces a turnover, falls down, gets it back up, comes back, shoots the 3, and it's good. And Young Harris, just like that, has cut it to 2. James Lappett getting ready to check in. Charles on the defense. Top of the circle, they'll feed it in. Great overplay, good deny by Marcus McCoy. Can't bring it in, about knocks our friend Mark C. Mode over there, but he's okay. 8:34 to go. Young Harris trails by 2. Three ball, top of the key, no good. Skying for the rebound, Marcus McCoy. Outlet out to Wilson. He'll turn the Jets on, kick to J.B. Charles. JB will feed Edwards. Edwards getting extended playing time. Spins in the lane, going to get him for travel. But boy, how good has he been for us tonight. James Lappett in the contest. Marquise Boyd. He'll get the ball in Payne's hand. They're going to feed Kermodge. Nice little no-look pass. Good job. Can't get the shot down. Rebound Columbus. Dixon keeps fighting. Young Harris, C.J. Wilson will come out of it with it. Wilson with the right hand off the glass, up and in. And we're tied at 20. We were down by 13 at one time. Darius Joel, dangerous pass to Ja'Cory Payne. They'll feed the pass inside out. Kermodge will hedge out on Payne. He'll come right side to Boyd. Boyd inside out. 3-ball. Joel is good. Young Harris, Columbus State retakes the lead. Wilson over the top to J.B. Charles. He'll step back 3-ball. No good. Rebound Columbus. Boyd. Left side driving the Payne off the glass. Sweet. Ja'Cory Payne. 5'9" junior out of Dublin, Georgia. And just like that, Columbus is back up by 5. Right side, J.B. Charles. Passing out of the post, Marcus McCoy to Lappett. Lappett up, and they're going to get him for traveling.
Media timeout.
Media timeout on the floor. 6:17 to go. Young Harris trails by 5. 25-20 Mountain Line basketball. Ridgeline TV.
Coming up at halftime, it's the Asianos half-court shootout. So get your $1 donations to Make-A-Wish ready.
$25-20 score. Young Harris cut it to tied it, and then Columbus is going on a 5-0 run. Nice little left-handed runner. They can't get the shot down. McCoy with the board. Wilson. CJ with 9 points already, and it seems like he really hadn't picked it up. And Young Harris a turnover, just a careless turnover, leads to 2 quick points. And just like that, Young Harris, who worked hard to get it to a tie, has cut it to 7. It's down by 7. Lap it up with the right hand, no good. J.B. Charles with the putback. Young Harris cuts it to 5. Charles' first bucket, junior out of Ella J. And Young Harris makes a stop down on the block, but we don't secure the board, and they'll kick it out and get a 3. Just like that, we're down by 8 again. Columbus State on a 10-2 run. McCoy puts it on the floor, drives the paint, nice right hand. Marcus scores. McCoy's first basket. And we get it to 6. First half quickly going by. Just over 4 minutes left. Low scoring affair. 3 ball, no good. Kermodge misses from deep. 6'9" guy putting the 3 up. Subs for Young Harris. Corey Nelson checking in. Bjorn Walker checking in.
Corey Nelson coming in for Rapid and Charles.
Young Harris has played 9 tonight. Walker off the glass. Can't get it. Nelson with the board. He fights for it. McCoy comes out with it, gets stuffed. But it's going to be a foul. We're going to get a technical on Kermodge. So Wilson will shoot the free throw. Technical was on Kermodge, I believe.
Personal call on number 4. Kermodge. Technical call on number 4. Kermodge.
So Kermodge, just like that, picked up 2 fouls. CJ knocks the free throw down. He's got 10. Knocks the second down.
2 at the foul line for CJ.
Now McCoy will step up and shoot. I believe it'll be a 2-shot foul. And we've got a timeout. It's a media. Young Harris College basketball, YHCathletic.com. A very big thank you to our game sponsors, Brasstown Valley Resort and Spa here in Young Harris, Advanced Spinal Correction, Dr. Robert C. Peck, Doctor of Chiropractic Medicine, and Take a Break Portables. They got it all. Tent rentals, porta-johns, tables, chairs, and linens. 30-26 your score. Young Harris. We're going to have a little chat with our athletic director, Aunt Randy Dunn. And Oh, I'm just going to stay quiet. I'm just not going to say anything. Oh, for the world we used to live in. Okay, let's move on. Maybe some of us need to get sensitivity training, I guess. Wow, what a jerk. I got to be quiet. 30-27. Young Harris, Wilson with the ball. Into the high post to Walker. Walker inside out to Edwards. Edwards has played good tonight. Walker inside out. Wilson. Edwards, 3 ball, no good. Left it a little long. Rebound, Burnett. Here comes Columbus. Teardrop left side, no good. Edwards with the board. I've been impressed with him tonight. Got Wilson open. Man, he didn't pull the trigger. Oh, Nelson, nice strong take. Great athletic move. Junior out of Chattanooga gets shot down. Young Harris on down by 1. We might be leading here. We trailed the whole half. Ben Waterhouse getting ready to check back in. Right side 3 ball, way short. Last touch by
substitution. Young Harris checking in, number 23, Ben Waterhouse, in for Damari Edwards.
Ben Waterhouse checks in for Damari Edwards. He has done a great job, great line on Edwards. Got 3 points, got 4 boards, got an assist. Columbus scores inside, and they get the lead back up to 3. Wilson walk it down to the left side. Walker top of the key. The Orange yet to score. That's totally unusual. Waterhouse back in. Waterhouse will take it, Walker, he can't get the shot down. His shooting woes continue. Hustle play, though, gets it to Nelson off the glass. Corey Nelson, train just keeps on growing. 32-31, inside of 2 minutes. Very low scoring for this place. And good hands by somebody. I believe that was Corey Nelson. Out to Wilson. To Waterhouse. Whoa, did he thread the needle there? Ben kicks it out to Nelson, and he slams it down with an exclamation point, and Young Harris takes the lead. It's first of the game, and they're going to get Nelson for a foul back on the other end.
Foul on Nelson, his first. Team fifth.
First free throw is good by Darius Joel. Second free throw coming, no good. Wilson with the board. Nelson with the board. He goes coast to coast, and they're getting him with an offensive.
Offensive foul call on Nelson, his second.
Offensive on Corey, that's his second. Minute to go. 1 minute. Baseline drive, nice left hand, can't get the shot down. Columbus hustling for the corner, looked like they were out of bounds. Nice putback by Marcus Dixon. Columbus retakes the lead. 3 ball, Wilson is good. Wow. This cat's electric. Young Harris retakes the lead, 36-35. 3 ball, no good. Wilson with the board. CJ with 14 first half points. And they're going to clear out for him here. 11 seconds. Step back 3. Oh, can't get it. Nelson at the buzzer. Yes! Yes, Corey stayed with it. Offensive intensity picked up in the first half. Young Harris up 38-35. Marcus McCoy looks like he got shook up on that play. Hope he's okay. C.J. Wilson, 14 first half points. Corey Nelson, 10 points and 6 boards. Young Harris got down double digits, shot the ball poorly, but have made a comeback. 38-35, Mountain Lions lead. Young Harris College basketball on YHC Athletics and Channel 99 Ridgeline TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, Young Harris College cheerleaders. It is now time for the Asianos half-court shootout. For $1 donation to Make-A-Wish, fans have a chance to sink a half-court shot to win today's jackpot of $25, courtesy of Asianos Restaurant. If you have won during the 2016-17 season, you are not eligible to win again. Get your dollars ready. Head out to half court. Money goes to Make-A-Wish, and you could win $25.
38-35, Young Harris men down double digits, make a comeback. C.J. Wilson, red hot, 14 points. Corey Nelson, guy just keeps getting better, 10 points, 6 boards. Got Coach Steersman sitting in with us. And, Coach, you ran into a good basketball team tonight, but in this league you run into a basketball team every night.
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job in some areas. I mean, you look at Columbus State. I mean, they've been beating the fire out of people. They got upset Saturday. But they, the thing that they do so well is they just kill you on the glass. And, you look at second chance points, they had 17, we had 9. I mean, they only out-rebounded by 1, and we had more offensive rebounds than they did, which was, what we talked about. The area that killed us was our turnovers. You can't beat anybody with 26 turnovers. But I'll say this, we went in the half. I think we had 2 assists at the half. We ended up with 12. But you can't turn it over that much against a good team and beat them.
And points tonight, just you had 2 people in double figures. Kind of Breonna Bell got, but scoring options seemed hard to come by the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, Meredith Tarver, she went 4 for 22. And, I think, I've given her the green light to, throw that thing up there whenever. When you got your leading scorer hot, it's a good thing. And tonight she didn't make any. And so we struggled. And Bree Ratliff, played, basically one possession of the game and went down. So, you're talking about there's a, double-figure score that we didn't have. So, but, we defended. We were right there for most of the game, I felt like. I think we were down 11 at the half and, maybe 13 at the end of the third quarter. But, we were right there. We just, again, we turned it over a lot. But you're right. We really struggled to score. We did. It was evident tonight. When Meredith didn't make many. They ran a couple people at Jenny quite a bit. But I'll say this about Jenny. She's really struggled from the foul line this year, and she steps up. She went 7 for 11 tonight. And I'm really proud of how our kids, how hard they play, because we flew. We sat in that zone for 40 minutes and dared them to make some shots, and they did. But I tell you the one thing. We played hard tonight, and, you don't see that in a box score. And, Columbus State is probably as good as anybody in the country, to be honest with you. They've got, we're out there. We played 9 kids tonight, and she played about 37, it seemed like. Seemed like it was 4 at the table every time the horn went off,
Yeah.
And they just wore us out a little bit, and we got a little tired, and down the stretch they handled us and pulled away there.
And, you talk about sitting in the zone, and they did hit some shots. Seems like they hit some shots early in the first quarter, and it seemed like at the end of every quarter you were on the verge of getting it down to a workable margin, and they would hit a 3. I think they hit one time there that must have been about a 26-footer, and you're like, wow.
Well, the thing, too, there right before the half, Meredith bangs home a 3. They call it travel, which, I think you could call that travel on any possession of the game. So we were down 10. She bangs home a 3 that they don't count. So, and then they come down and hit one. So instead of it being a 7-point game, it's a 13-point game. And sometimes that happens, and it is what it is. And again, give a lot of credit to Columbus. That's a daggum good basketball team.
Great basketball team, and you were always within a workable margin, but. Just 2 things I'm noticing out there tonight. It seemed like with Meredith, you mentioned the travel. Like 2 possessions later, she gets a call, but which I thought an offensive, which I thought was kind of questionable.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, it felt like to me that she was hesitant in going into her game. The thing that it seemed like it took her out of her comfort zone. Sometimes she was pulling up and short arming a shot that maybe she's one dribble, one step doing what she would normally do. And it just felt like that after those 2 plays, and I'm not making excuses, but it just seemed like her rhythm got out of whack.
And I told I told the officials, I don't. We set a record tonight for 3 seconds. Both teams.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I don't. We ain't had 3 seconds called maybe twice on us all year. And tonight, we had it called 3 straight possessions at one point. And whether it was 3 seconds or not, I don't know. But those are calls that I just think, if you want to look for those, you can call them every single possession. And,
exactly.
I agree with you on the offensive foul they called on Meredith. She spun off the kid, and if anything, I felt like But that's when you're coaching the team that gets those kind of calls put on you, you always disagree.
Right.
And, if they called the same thing on them, I'd have been pleased. But I just we and you talk about Meredith. I agree. I think she short armed some jump shots. She probably pulled up and maybe one more dribble could have stuck one in the rim. But I think she got tired. I mean, I think I took her out one time tonight, and she didn't sit over there very long. It was an offense for defense thing right there at the end of the first half. Again, we're about to rack some minutes up now. I mean, you start looking down through there, we're going to have a lot of kids playing a lot of minutes, and it's a gauntlet. And here's the thing that I've come to realize with this team. We got a short bench now, and everybody knows that. We know it. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us, but we've got to play hard, and we played hard tonight. And, I told the kids before the game, I said, we haven't had a game yet that we played as hard as we did against Western Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, Western Carolina, or Lee. So since the first game of the year, we haven't had a game where we played as hard or to our potential yet. And I think tonight, you look at it, you say, gosh, Coach, you lost 65-49. Well, our point guard went down 2 possessions into the game. And we're sitting over there, basically, we got 8 kids now, and, we're down to about 5 scholarships. And like I said, nobody's going to feel sorry for us, but if we play hard, there's some teams on our schedule we can beat. Sure. And I told the kids tonight, our goal is to make the conference tournament, and we can do that. With what we have left in the tank, we can do it. We've got to play hard, and we've got to play smart. And if we do those 2 things, we can beat some teams.
Another thing I'm seeing tonight is, I look at this line, 15 points, 9 rebounds, Jenny Burnett, 6 offensive boards, which take away the 8 turnovers, and it's a good line. But, Coach, I just got this feeling, I've had it all year long, that one of these nights she's going to erupt and go for a 30 and a 15. Yeah, I just feel that's going to happen with her.
Every time she catches the ball, I think, okay, this is the basket that's going to get her in a groove, and she's a great kid, and she wants it so bad. It's – sometimes, you look at her and you get frustrated, because she is big as the kid she is. Every now and then she'll catch it on that block and she'll fade away. But you know what? She's a workhorse now. I mean, she will chase every rebound, and she will play as hard as she can every single night. And there isn't a kid that's more enjoyable to coach than Jenny Burnett. I mean, like I said, she's one of those. She can take a butt chewing every now and then. And she just keeps right on ticking, and she's you gotta love her, like you said, you just. But I'll say, she ain't shot that well from the foul line all year. She stepped up tonight. She's really worked at it since we came back from Christmas. So I'm happy for her. She's 15 and 9. You say 8. We had 26 turnovers, and 18 of them were from our 2 best players, her and Meredith.
One more thing moving forward, just looking at things moving forward, I was talking to Robert Moore, good friend, and Scott over here, good friends. I've known these guys forever. We were just talking about schedule. I said, used to always see you guys on a Saturday and Sunday, and now it's on a Wednesday. But, man, this schedule, it's got to be easy for somebody. But I'm looking at y'all's schedule. You're going to Pembroke. You're going to Augusta. You're going to Montevallo, 3 different quadrants in 6 days. That's got to be tough.
It's, again, we're as short as our bench is getting. It's going to be real tough on us. But, like I said, schedule came out. You got to play what they send you, and it's, I don't think – and, obviously I think when you're a coach, you sit there and you think about what's best for you and your team. But, I'll tell you what, our whole side is – this schedule this year, our whole side's got it rough.
Right,
and,
yeah.
It's not just us. And, but again, somebody's got to win the league. Somebody's going to have to win all these games to win the league. And so, if you harp on it and you worry about it, you're worrying about the wrong things, right, in my opinion. But, yeah, it ain't easy. This last trip wasn't easy. We left here on Tuesday, and because of the weather, we didn't get back till Sunday afternoon. And those are long trips on kids. And, you spend a lot of time on a bus, and, you get off, you don't have any legs, and then, then like I said, your bench gets short, all of a sudden, you're tired. But again, we ain't making no excuses. We're not, nobody's going to feel sorry for Young Harris, whether we got 10 scholarship players or 3. It's everybody's good, and you've got to play well to win, whether you got 10 or not. So that's the approach we're going to take, and like I said, we'll play the games as they roll along, and I think we got a chance to sneak out a couple here on the road if we play well and we play smart, and if we do that, we're in position to win some games. So I'm pleased with where we are. I think. I think there's a couple games we gave away, the Lee game, the Francis Marion game, so you're talking about a couple more wins that I feel like we should have. But, it all ends up working out. You win the ones you deserve to win.
Right.
And hopefully on this road trip, we can sneak a couple out.
Still with the recruit and everything, any updates on that? I know
No,
we talked a little.
we're in this period now where we can't talk to kids off campus and all that kind of stuff. So, recruiting is now it slows down this time of year. We're too busy. It's hard to get out and see kids at this time because it's just me and Peyton. One of us has to be at practice. So it's. But I like where we are. We're in with some kids we've been recruiting for a while, and of course signing period didn't roll back around till April. So, I think we're close on some kids that I hope are program changers.
Right. Well, just taking a look at this place, as always, it looks great. A Wednesday night. Everybody's had a nightmare, I know, getting here.
Yeah. Kids
scattered out all over the place and weather and everything, but still, you look around and there's a pretty good crowd here for a Wednesday night. And, I've had opportunity to talk to the baseball coach, talk to the cheerleading coach tonight. There are some class individuals on this campus.
Well, the thing that I would say about this place is, when it starts at the very top, as it don't matter what organization or what team you're coaching or where you work or what it is. If you don't have the best of the best at the top, and I've been at places where we had great support. I've been at places where we didn't have any support, and we are second to none here when it comes to the people that support us, from President Cox to all the VPs to Coach Dunn, all the way down the line. And then, again, you just the people that work here, and then you look at all the people that are here every single night of the week. Anytime the ball gets thrown up, we got people here, and that's, and tonight we've got more. I think this is probably the largest student crowd we've had all year.
Yeah.
Other than homecoming. So,
right.
It's. I think the thing that people, when they come once, then they're hooked here. Especially students. I mean, I threw a pizza party last night for one of the dorms for coming out to our very first game we played league. We had like 60 kids from the one dorm here, and so I took them all pizza last night and just thanked them. And I look out here and I see about 10 or 12 of them that I saw last night. So, if we can just get the students here and get them to support us, we get it from the community, we get it from the administration here, and I think these students are starting to realize, what, it's pretty good entertainment to go over there and watch kids that I know are in the same class with me. So. Yeah. It's special here. It's if we can just get some teams out there that are competing for conference and national championships, and it's not just basketball. I'm talking soccer, golf, baseball, softball. Then this place it's an exciting place to be.
Well, thanks for stopping by. I don't get to see you again for about 2 weeks. Y'all going to be on the road. I feel like I never get to see you guys anymore, but surely toward the end of the game there's going to be a stretch that we get to see a lot of you guys. So looking forward to it. And
I'm already dreading packing my bags, but, it is what it is. So we'll go play these games and play them as hard as we can, see what happens.
I was looking at the schedule, and I just thought over the Christmas holidays, my daughter played down here at Columbus, and I heard her said used to every time I'd see that road trip out to eastern North Carolina, said my heart would just melt. Not that there was anything with that, just it said it's one of those rides that seemed like it lasts forever.
Yeah, you get on 95, and it seems like 95 runs all the way to Russia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's never in. I mean, we going down last week to Savannah, you just get on and roll, and it just seems like it takes forever, and at one point I asked the bus driver, I said, "Are you driving 40 miles an hour? Because this trip should only take us about 5.5 hours. It seems like we've been on this bus since last month, But hey, again, no complaints. You gotta play them as they schedule them. So we'll see what we can do next week.
Well, good luck with it.
Appreciate it.
Get a couple of 3 wins on the road, and that
It'd
would
be
be
nice.
great. That
It'd
would
be
be
nice.
great. Well, thanks for stopping by, and appreciate everything
Y'all
you
have
do.
a good week.
You too, sir. Coach Steersman sitting with us. We always look forward to him. And this thing is picking up here in a hurry. C.J. Wilson, they call that one a 2. 50-48, and it's just like the switch got turned on. Here comes Columbus right back. You don't really expect anything different. We've seen so many between these two teams here. Wilson, the short jumper, can't get it down, wanting the foul. 51-50, Columbus leads. McCoy getting on the ground. Every time these two teams meet here, it's an all-out war. It really is. Possession error points Young Harris's way. Ben Waterhouse is heated up. He's got 10 points. Corey Nelson's got 10. C.J. Wilson with 16. Here's Edwards, top of the key, trying to set Ben up. He'll drive the paint. Left hand draws the contact, where Ben will go to the line to shoot 2. If you know anything about Young Harris College and Peach Belt basketball, you'll know that Ben is perhaps the premier free throw shooter in the conference. He's 17 of 18, 95%. Wow. Ben averaging 13.2 a game. Him and Marcellus are tied in points. Knocks down the second. Free throws have been an adventure tonight. We're 6 of 12. They're 1 of 3. 51 all. Block shot, Marcus McCoy feeds off in the paint. If that was been in the women's game, that would have been a 3-second call. Edwards, great move. Wilson, wow, how quick. Bullet pass into McCoy, and he gets fouled. Foul is going to be on big Antonio Bishop, 6'9" senior out of Chicago, Illinois, the Windy City. Marcus McCoy at the line to shoot 2. First free throw's good. Corey Nelson going to check in. And Young Harris kind of will go with the small lineup. Nelson at 6'5", he would be what you would call your 4 guy. But he is a very athletic wing player, a slasher that just continues to get more comfortable and more comfortable with this team, this offense, this league. Young Harris fell asleep that time defensively, and we're tied at 53. Wilson works left. He'll give it to Nelson, top of the key. Corey will put it on the floor, loses the handle on the floor, and Columbus fighting for the loose ball is out of bounds, and it will be Young Harris ball underneath. 12:49 to go in the game. We're tied at 53. Wilson to inbound, gets to Waterhouse, 3 ball. Man, I thought that was going. McCoy, reversal layup is good. Big Marcus. Man, you got to put a boy on him, and they step over the line on the inbounds, and the baseball players have come to life. They are excited. Good student credit. You set all down on the end, now they set all over the gym. Inbound to Waterhouse. Oh, he nearly got picked. Well, he is in dangerous ground. You just need, man, one of them deals, you know he was skating on thin ice. He wanting to foul, but last touch by Columbus. It'll be Young Harris ball. Wilson guarded by John Lambert, freshman out of Atlanta. Waterhouse back to Edwards. Edwards up top. Waterhouse spots up 3 ball. No good there. Marcus battling again. Young Harris up 2. He's got a feeling this is one of those ones that's going to come down to the last shot. Going to get Damari Edwards kind of riding with the saddle on Ja'Cory Payne. It's his first. Third team. Columbus can't get the ball in. They have to burn a timeout, and we'll take a break with them. 12 minutes exactly to go in this one. It's a good one. Young Harris up by 2, 55-53. Mountain Line Basketball, YHCathletic.com, Channel 99 Ridgeline TV. (55-53), another instant classic here at the YHC Basketball Arena, more commonly known as the Valley of Doom. On the inbounds, Columbus scores. That was Kerlodge. Young Harris, Charles with a putback. JB coming off the bench and giving Young Harris some quality minutes, 57-55. Oh man, Kermodge wide open. He's got Nelson posted up, turns around with the left hand, can't get it down. Nelson with the board, he'll feed out to CJ. Down to Charles, he'll step back now, he'll go to the hole. He'll turn around with a little baseline jumper. JB knocks it down. JB with 6 off the bench. Young Harris up by 4. That might be the biggest lead we have, but it don't last long. Payne knocks down a 3 ball. Nelson knocked down, no call. Fight for a loose ball. Last touch by Young Harris, by Columbus State. Bjorn Walker will check in. And we've got another timeout on the floor. Comes at 10:49 to go in the game. Young Harris leads by 1, 59-58. Mountain Line Basketball, Ridgeline TV. 59-58, Young Harris up by 1. We're going to hit the road after this one. January the 14th at Pembroke, January 16th at Augusta, January the 18th at Montebello. We will be home 2 weeks from tonight, January 25th, with Georgia College comes to call, before a Saturday game with Clayton State on the 28th, and then on the 30th, Battle of Blood Mountain, first edition. That's on a Monday night. Looking forward to making that trip. Edwards knocks down a 2. We're up by 3. They'll go to Kermodge, and they come right back at us. Seems like we can't put any distance between ourselves and this, guys. Every time we'll get a big shot, they'll come right back down and score quickly. Walker. Bjornwitt scoring this one. Edwards to Walker, top of the key. Here he goes. Bjorn turns around, fading away. Let's get him on track. Walker scores. We're inside of 10 minutes, and the Young Harris lead is 3. Good hands, J.B. Charles. Watch behind, watch behind. Kicks out to Edwards. Thought about the 3. Drives the paint, spins. Off balance shot, scores, gets fouled. Will go to the line to shoot for 3. He has been huge for us tonight. Edwards knocks down the free throw. Young Harris's lead is by 6. That's the biggest lead we've had. Ryan Burnett, 6'5" graduate student, wing player out of Richmond, Virginia, will check in for the Cougs. This is where we need a stop. J.B. Charles be the on-ball defender, and he'll block a shot and come out with the board. J.B.'s been huge, but he loses it on the dribble. Elbow jumper is good. We nearly had her stop. They're going to come with some pressure. We get the ball into Walker. He'll get it down to Charles, and he'll spin. JB feeling it tonight. JB goes coast to coast. Junior out of Gilmer County. And going to be a traveling violation on Ryan Burnett, so we got our stop. We got a 6-point lead and the ball. We haven't been able to say that all night. Charles inbound, they're coming full. And they got some fresh legs. John Lambert, 6-foot freshman out of Atlanta, all over C.J. Wilson. And we lose the ball. Wow. Stole by the quick hands of Darius Joel. And they'll get Lambert with a foul. Into Wilson. He'll work against Lambert. They'll run and jump at him. We'll get it over the top to Edwards. He'll work the left. Just really trying to keep the ball out of CJ's hand. Edwards drives baseline, runs out of room. Nothing there, but there he is again, J.B. Charles. 10 points off the bench. He and Damari Edwards have just been huge for us off the bench. They feed the post. Oh, Edwards coming in with the help side, nearly gets the steal, but stepped on the inbound line. Waterhouse checks in. Edwards will check out. He has been good. Charles with 10 points off the bench. McCoy with 7 off the bench. And Edwards with 8 off the bench. 25 points off the bench between those 3. Kermodge, 3-ball, no good. Charles with the rebound. He's doing it all tonight. Wilson with the ball. We're up by 6, and this time we've got the ball. Waterhouse, man, they are really bringing some intensity defensively. McCoy to Waterhouse. Waterhouse spins in the paint, puts a jumper up, no good. And they dribble it off their foot. And the baseball players are having a ball with that one. Woo, are they having a good time. Let's take a break. Media timeout. Young Harris, 70-64. Young Harris College basketball on YHCathletic.com. (70-64). Young Harris up by 6. We have trailed for most of this one. This is our biggest lead, and we got a chance to get it up a little bit more. Young Harris been big off the bench. J.B. Charles, 3-ball, can't get it. C.J. Wilson runs down to 50-50. Waterhouse thought about the 3. Place would erupt. J.B. knocks that 3 down. Here's Wilson. He's working on Joel. To Waterhouse, back to Charles, to Waterhouse, 3's good. And the Mountain Line lead is 9. 73-64. And that is great dribble penetration. Daryl Joel, so smooth. He's got 19 points. Corey Payne's got 20. And Bjorn Walker heating up. We're up by 9, 75-66. Don't you know this team's going to come storming back. Jumper no good. Walker with the board. Out to CJ. CJ in the lane, draws the contact. Can't get the shot down, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on Lambert, his second. Team 6. Send CJ to the line to shoot 2.
CJ gets the free throw down. Free throw percentage getting a little better. We're 13 of 20 now. It was a struggle early. Everything shooting was struggle early. We've really warmed up. CJ knocks them both down. We have warmed up to 44%. Columbus at 48%. Double-digit lead.
Foul call on Waterhouse. Third personal, team 4.
Lambert up top. He is quick. Oh, he is quick. Block shot, McCoy. Waterhouse comes out with it. They've got him trapped. He gets it in CJ's hands. Long diagonal. Charles thought about the 3. Little runner, no good, but there is Bjorn Walker. Credit Marcus McCoy for keeping that one alive, and Young Harris up by 13. Corey Payne, 3-ball, no good. Waterhouse with the board again. McCoy keeping it alive. Down to CJ. Here he goes. Draws the contact. He is a master at that.
Foul on Burnett. His third personal. 17th foul. And there's a
17th foul and 73rd timeout. 5:22 to go in the game. Young Harris leads 79-66. Mountain Line Basketball, Ridgeline TV. Young Harris, just in a matter of a few minutes, has turned what seemed like to be a perpetual 3-point lead to a 13-point lead. 79-66, and we've got one of the Peach Belt and the nation's best free throw shooters at the line, shooting 2. First is good. Can't say enough about J.B. Charles and Damari Edwards tonight. Incredible. Huge. Second free throw's good. CJ's got 20. That's his average. And we're up by 25. No, 15. Whoa, I'm getting ahead of myself. 5-15. This is a team that's got quick strike capability. There's Joel really pushing off on Waterhouse. Kermodge working on Walker, turnaround, no good. McCoy with the board. Seemed like he got about 1 million boards. Waterhouse. Hadn't seen Marcellus Roberts in a while. He picked up a 3rd foul, and we hadn't seen much of him. Really just getting so much out of McCoy tonight. CJ all the way. Rolls it in. He's got 22. Making memories that'll last a lifetime for these eyes. Lead is 17. And Young Harris, we have just shut them down defensively. Wilson work on Lambert. He just blows by. Can't get the shot down. Kick out 3-ball is good. Ja'Cory Payne, he's got 23. That is game high for both squads. First time they've scored in quite a while. Waterhouse with the ball up top. We're inside of 4 minutes. He'll give the ball to Walker, top of the key, looking for CJ. Can't get it in his hands. They're really denying him the ball. Waterhouse, CJ breaks free. Step back 3-ball, in and out. In transition. Here comes the run. They've cut it to 12. Waterhouse, dangerous inbounds. 2 people nearly got a hold of it. Waterhouse gets it to CJ, back to Ben. And Young Harris going to call a timeout. 3:03 to go in this one, 83-71, still anybody's game. Mountain Line Basketball, YHCathletic.com. The lively sounds of the award-winning Purple Rain keeping us pumped up here tonight. So much atmosphere in this place. We got a great competitive cheerleading squad. We are thankful for Coach Jason Williams stopping by and spending some time with us tonight. Thankful for Coach Steersman. Keep Bria Ratliff in your prayers. Just hope that everything's okay, that it's not a torn ACL, because we really need her. Wilson drives the paint, nothing there. Bjorn Walker sticks it back up. Just like that, Bjorn's got 8 points. He's heading for double digits. CJ with 22, Ben Waterhouse with 14, Corey Nelson and JB Charles with 10. Hadn't seen Corey in a while. And they're going to get a foul on Damari Edwards. He's been so good tonight. I've said that about 1,000,000 times, but I've meant it 1,000,000 times.
Foul's called on Damari Edwards. His second.
First free throw good. Second free throw good. Columbus going to hang around. They're well coached, well disciplined. They're going to go to the end. Waterhouse brings it down behind the back. Gets it in CJ. They got some fresh legs. Marquise Boyd. They've been keeping fresh legs on him all night. A lot of people have played him. Nobody stopped him. He's got 24. That's game high. Waterhouse drives, runs out of real estate, gets the ball in McCoy's hand. Kick back to Edwards. He'll drive, kick out to Walker. Walker looking for the dunk, goes up strong. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Walker, a senior, averaging 9 points per game. 5.8 boards. Pretty good free throw shooter, 15 of 26. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Bjorn hadn't scored till about 8 minutes ago, and all of a sudden with these free throws. It says 6 here. I'm pretty sure he's got 8. I could be wrong. First free throw is good. Misses the second. Waterhouse with the board. We get a fresh 30. Waterhouse trying to break free. The ball was kind of got a finger on it. Marquise Boyd. Young Harris ball, and we're getting beat a lot of time here. Wilson spins in the lane with the right hand, no good. We are 46 to 35 rebound advantage. Yet another timeout. It's 30. We'll keep it right here. Young Harris is going to remain undefeated in the Peach Belt. With this win tonight, Young Harris will be 5-0 in the Peach Belt. Hey, baby. But we got a tough road trip coming up. Pembroke, good club. Montevallo, you know all about them. Augusta, you know all about them. So it is going to be a tough 3-game road trip. It's one of those trips that take 2 out of 3, you really feel good. 92 seconds in this one. They've got Edwards tied up. He gets it over to Walker, to CJ, and probably just put it in his hands or Waterhouse, 2 of the best free throw shooters in our league. And Columbus is not choosing to go the foul route. McCoy, Edwards. Edwards step back jumper, leaves it short. McCoy again with a rebound. He has just been phenomenal on the glass tonight. I just can't, this bench is just, pick a game player of the game, you give it to the Young Harris bench. Edwards, Charles, and McCoy, how big they've been. Into Walker, kick back out Edwards. 1 minute. Wilson double team, will kick out to Edwards. We're just gonna add to McCoy, great ball movement. Great ball movement. Foul on Waterhouse. Let's see, any NBA continuation on that? Don't think so. Foul on Waterhouse, but they're not in the bonus yet. Carbage with the board. He puts it back up. Kamaj. Edwards. And gets fouled.
Fouls on number 20, Dixon. His third, 19th foul.
Edwards, he can get in double digits with these 2 free throws. Young Harris, who started out shooting so poorly, we're looking at 90 points. What's going on here, John? Oh, he missed first, and it was a 1-on-1. All right, thought it would have been a 2-shot foul. Columbus going to keep a fighting.
Foul is on Payne. Third personal. Sent CJ to the line.
CJ now will go to the line, and they've started fouling when it really is kind of pointless. First free throw is good. CJ with 25. He and Ja'Cory Payne both with 25. Second free throw is good. He's warming it up from the free throw line. All of a sudden, he's up 10 of 13, 26 points. Long 3 ball, no good. Waterhouse with the board. And Coach Moore not going to have him foul no more. So Young Harris against a very good quality opponent is going to come out of here with a hard-fought 90-79 win. C.J. Wilson, 26 points. Ben Waterhouse, Corey Nelson with 10. what can you say about the Young Harris bench that we hadn't feebly tried to already say tonight? They were, to put it mildly, phenomenal. J.B. Charles, 10 points and 4 boards. Marcus McCoy, 9 points and 7 boards. Damari Edwards, 8 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists. Big win for the Mountain Lions, who will go 5-0 in the Peach Belt. And Young Harris continues to really look good on this season. Big road trip coming up. It's going to be a tough one. 3 games in 6 days against some quality opponents. They're all quality opponents in this league, but I believe we're up to the task. Tough night for our ladies. They lost 65-49, and in the process got our good point guard hurt. We just hope it's not for the rest of the year. So the next time we will see you will be 2 weeks from tonight, when Georgia College comes to call. Tommy Jenkins along with John C. Moon sitting in with you on a winning night. Glad to have you. Thanks to our corporate sponsors, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Young Harris College Mountain Lion Basketball on YHCathletic.com and Channel 99 Ridgeline TV.